All right, steps to this karyotyping project we've started. Step 1, you should have already gathered your supplies. If you're starting over, let me know if you've gotten in here late. I'll get you that karyotyping paper, which is this on the left, as well as the construction paper, which is on the right, and some scissors. Step 2, go ahead and cut out each one of these chromosomes on that karyotyping paper. This doesn't have to be pretty, but make sure that you don't cut onto the chromosomes. If you do cut the chromosomes, you will not be able to complete this project and you'll have to start all the way over. Also, make sure you don't lose any of these. If you lose one, you're going to be severely confused at the very end and you're going to have to start all the way over. Step number 3, clean up your cuts. As you're cutting through these, they didn't have to be super pretty, but now go ahead and clean up those cuts so that you can glue them onto the construction paper. I went ahead and rounded out the sides of mine so that they were easy to glue and that it looked better on the eye. Step number 4, go ahead and make sure that your chromosome guide is numbered. You should have one of these on your desk. Start from the far left and number this one number 1. Then number 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way until number 22. Now these last two at the end are known as chromosome number 23. This first one is known as the X chromosome. Kind of looks like an X. But this one next to it is known as the Y chromosome. If you have 2 number 23s, you are a female. If you have 1 X chromosome and 1 Y chromosome, you are a male. Once again, if you have 2 X chromosomes, you're a female. And if you have 1 X chromosome and 1 Y chromosome, you are a male. So once again, number these from the top left all the way to the bottom right. Don't forget to label the last one or last 2 as 23. Step 5, find your sex chromosomes and place them to the side. Look for multiple X's and multiple Y chromosomes. You may or may not have these chromosomes. Be careful. Look through every single one of them. Look through every single one of the chromosomes that you have. Check and make sure that they are an X and a Y. If they are, set them to the side. We will use these later. So I searched through all of mine, and I found 1 X, and I found 1 Y. This took me roughly about 4 minutes to do, to look through each one of these. Take your time. This is important. Number 6, match your chromosomes into pairs. Match them into pairs. What I did to make this faster is place them onto your chromosome guide. As you place them onto your chromosome guide, number them. So if you find a number 1 chromosome and place it on your chromosome guide, write number 1 on the chromosome. Because if we run out of time in class, you'll know that that's number 1 and you can come back to it later. So once again, get these chromosomes, place them onto your chromosome guide as you match them, and start writing 1 or 2 on them. Now you will have pairs of these. You might have 2 number 1s and 2 number 2s and 2 number 3s. You might have just 1 number 3. That's okay. Don't worry about that at this time. Just place them all onto your chromosome guide. Step number 8, glue your chromosomes down from largest to smallest with the sex chromosomes last. You remember those sex chromosomes we placed to the side? We're going to place those on last. That's how karyotypes are done. So glue them on from number 1, then to number 2, then number 3, then number 4. That'll help you do them from largest to smallest. Remember, the sex chromosome goes last. So I glued these on. Be sparing with that glue stick. We don't have too many of them. Once we run out, we'll run out. So glue each one of those on there. Give a little bit of space in between each pair. If you have a group of 3, glue them on together. So if you have 3 number 7s, just glue 3 number 7s close together. And then move on to number 8. Again, put your sex chromosomes last. Step 9, look at your completed karyotype and ask yourself, do all my numbered karyotypes have a pair? Well, let's look through this one. We've got this one. That's a pair. Number 2 is a pair. Number 3 is a pair. 4 is a pair. 5 is a pair. Oh, number 6 has 3. That means I have an error in my chromosomes. We want each one to have a pair. This one's actually a triplet. That means I have an error. So what I need to do is if you are missing one or you have an extra one, look through your clipboard. On your clipboard, you have some papers that have a little bit of information. That information will point you to what error in your chromosomes you have and what they call that. You might have Down syndrome on your paper. You might have Turner syndrome. Find that out. That's important for your next step. If you don't have any errors, raise your hand and ask for Coach Davis. He will point you in the right direction of what to do next. Step 10, after determining your errors in your go ahead and get on Google Classroom. I've created a trifold for you to put all your information on. Step number 1, put your disorder on the top right-hand corner here where it says disorder. Add a picture of your disorder and then put your name on where it says by. Step 12, add your name on here and then give me a selfie. Yes, take a selfie, put it there. Step 13, research your symptoms. Place them here. You need at least 5 symptoms. Your information must come from a .org, .edu, or .gov. Be careful of that. Replace where it says insert your disorder up here with your genetic disorder from your karyotyping or what Coach Davis assigned to you. Find a test that is provided to use to diagnose this disorder and then place that there. Step 15, replace insert your disorder with a genetic disorder from your karyotype. So right here in these parentheses, change that to what your disorder is. Then provide detailed information about what a parent of a child of this disorder can expect for them to be able to do or not able to do. You should also provide information about what can be done to help somebody who has this disorder. Put that there. Last step, add your citations. Where did you get your information? You need at least 3 or more professional scholarly sources. Again, that's .gov, .org, .edu. Then answer, why can these sources be trusted? When you're done with that, turn it in. You're done with this assignment. Raise your hand and ask Coach Davis what to do next.